Hi guys, behind the camera here. Hang on, give me a second. I'm trying a different position for this camera. Okay, today, what I'm going to try and do, this is what I've just done up. This is for lace reins, but you can do it on a normal belt if you want. And you can do it on dog collars, etc, etc. There's lots of places you can do it. But I'm going to show you how we do this lace part onto a set of reins. So let me just show you the rein that I've got first. This is the rein that I've got. And what you've got is up there one end. Let me just pop around. This is a pair of reins that's already made, but let me just come round to the camera. So I'm trying this new position out. Okay, on a normal set of reins, this is not quite a normal set, this is a double set, but you'll get the idea of it. Oh, you don't want that one, it's a repair. Right, so if I come up this end here, this is a normal set of reins, and what you've got on my rein is you've got this hole here, where is it? There. Which is a buttonhole. Now, if you want measurements for it, this from here to the beginning of this, it's 1 inch, 1 3/4 of an inch. Yeah. So again, on this one here, you can see they've also got their buttonhole on theirs. Next, what they've got is they've got this platform with a hook stud on it. I haven't done that yet, but if you look at these stitch marks here, what I have done on this one is I put the stitch marks. Stitch marks are about 2.5 inch long. Now, normally I like to start mine from the end here. From here up to the beginning stitch, which is 4 3/4, yeah, 4 3/4 inches, and then my stitches will be 2.5 inches long from that, and then we'll stitch on this hook stud. But again, as I say, I'm not doing that today. I'm only going to show you the lace reins, yeah. So let me just pop back around. I'll try to do this quick because I don't want to waffle on too much, as you know. I like just straight to the point. This is my cow that I've been cutting. It's not going to show up on the camera, but it's just a butt. Now, why am I using this colour for the video? Because I've got loads of that leather, tons of it. Yeah, I could do with getting rid of it, I suppose, because we hardly ever use it these days. Anyway, so this is my rein. So we know about this. The rein, incidentally, is 60 inches long, 5/8 wide. I don't know if I've read the says on it. So we need, if you have a look on this here, you can see there's little holes for the lace to come through. These holes are 1 1/8 apart. You can make them slightly bigger if you want it bigger, or slightly smaller if you want it smaller. I like 1 1/8. Right, so from the buckle end, wait a minute, I'm just going to these reins again. So from the buckle end, up this end here, measuring down, it's 12 inches. So I'm going to go from this end here all the way down. So not the pointed end, the other end. As I say, I don't know how this camera's working. So from the buckle down, it's going to be 12 inches. Let me get my measuring thing out. So about 12 inches is, where are we? Here. So that's where my start's going to be. Now I should have a set of compasses made up to 1 1/8. 1 1/8. And I want it 12 inches down. So there's my first hole. And I want 24 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, let me just check on camera, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, I've reached 12 already. So all these people that doubted me that I can't count, I can get to 12. Let's see if we can manage 24. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Well, I get a gold star for that. I will impress you more and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Multilingual here. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to get my oval punch. I'm going to come round to the camera to show you an oval punch. Yeah, here we go. It's not a round punch. Where are you? There. It's an oval punch. This is a size 23 in a Dixon's tool. I don't know if it shows up on there. So 23 is what I want. So I've got that. And what I'm going to do is punch out 24 holes. Hang on. So I'm going to, actually when I'm round I should have done it. I'm going to punch out these 24 holes and then I'll come back on and I'll show you. So you don't need to watch me punch holes. Right, so I'll just turn you off for a second, guys. Alright, back again, guys. Great, this camera work. Okay, what I've done is I punched the oval holes in here. and I'm sure that shows up on the camera. So as I said, I punched them 24 holes, 1 1/8 apart, and it was 12 inches from the buckle down to the first hole. The next thing we need is 2 pieces of leather, 1/4 inch wide. Yeah. Now the reason I'm using 2 is because my cow is this here is only 60 inches long, and because I've got all these holes, I need more than 60 inches of leather. So what I'm going to have to do is join these 2 together in order to get the length out of it. But the first thing is, because it's off the same cow, this is just my sample piece here, it's far too thick for lace, so I've got to draw it through and make it a bit thinner. Again, just as we're on it, normally I would stain this and rub it up in glue, water it and stuff. I'm not doing that, as I said. I just want to get on to showing you how to do this lace. So I need to thin this through. I've got my little machine here. I think it shows up in the camera, it does, good. And I need to thin this through. So that's going to come through here. And what I'll do it sideways on, which is not the normal way I work. Let me just pull that through there. Right, so if I do it sideways on, that should be easier for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that through. And you can see the 2 halves split in here, yeah? So, just because I've done 1/2, I'll come round, hang on, let me come round. I've got to do the whole thing, but as I say, I'll just show you what it does. So, I've got a normal thickness here, which is that one. There's my edge on here, yeah? And if we come up to this end here, still thick, and then you can see where I've started thin it, but I'm going to thin the entire thing through, so it's a wee bit narrower for you. So say this is the edge here, and you can see the difference between it. Here, yeah. So let me just thin the whole thing through. So say I need 2 of them, and then I've got to join them together. And I'll do that again, probably off camera. I might just be quick and glue it, but it needs stitched. All right. That's that one done. And this is rubbish. Rubbish always goes on the floor. So that's one lace done. I've got to do the other one. Some people use kangaroo and things. We just use the same veg tan that we use to make the rein itself. Get rid of that. All right. That's my splitting done. So right now what I've got is I've got two laces. What I need to do, let me just get this out of the way. That out of the way. Is I need to join both of them together. Now I'm hoping I don't need to zoom that camera in for this. So I'm going to get that end there square. That end square. I want, where if I can find it, see, I can't find my tools. Alright, I need a pricking iron. I'm sure I thought I had one here. Give me 2 seconds, I'll go and get it. I'll just put you in hold again. Alright, got my pricking iron, so I'm going to put some marks on it. I only need about 3 stitches to join it together. So, on this end here, I'm just going to dead centre, 1, 2, 3 stitches. And these are my stitch marks. I'll come round and I'll show you what I did there. I really need to get lessons on camera work. So I put, where are we? Oh, get this tool out of the way. So you can see I put 3 little marks on it, and I'm going to use them for stitching it together. Alright. The next thing, if I simply just lap them together, like this, then I'm going to have this big doorstep here. So I'm just going to wedge it, thin it down a little bit. And so just knock it down here just to make it a bit thinner so it lies on better. And I'm going to do the exact same for this one here. Right. Next thing I'm going to do is, and again I'm going to do this off camera, I'm going to glue these 2 bits together. And then I'm going to pop 3 little stitches in here, and then that'll join it, and then I'll come back on and I'll show you what it's like. Okay, I'll just turn you off again. Okay guys, I'm back again. What I've got, I've moved the camera, and now what I've got is I've got my 2 pieces stitched together here. So I've now got, and I'll come all the way back here, I've got a big giant length of it, yeah? And I've stitched the 2 bits together. So the 2 bits are going to be my middle. Now we look on here, this is the top end of it, and my first hole just right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the leather around the back, like this, and then I'm going to get one of the points, and remember I shaped the point as well, yeah, and thinned it down a bit, and that's going to come through this first hole just right there. I'm going to bring the other side through. The problem is it's actually too long for me, so I'm going to bring the other side through, and the two of them, I'm going to bring both through just at one time. Now what you might want to do is make these holes a bit bigger for your first time. So that's going to come through here. Then I'm going to get a pair of pliers, which I got set handy. And I'm going to grab the back of it, hopefully, and then pull it through. Now it should come through easier. So let me just move a lot of my junk out of the way here, and you'll be able to see what's happening. So if I do it that way, and then just pull it all the way through, yeah, these holes could probably, do you know what I might do? I might actually punch them a wee bit bigger. I like mine tight because I like the whole thing in there. But you know, for the purpose of video, I'll see how I'm going. Yeah, I was going to say, I can always punch them bigger, make it easier for going through. Right, so that's going to go through there. What I want to do is make sure this stitching bit ends up in the middle. So I'm going to just pull that, and then hold the two of them nice and tight. So that's your first one, and if you look on the back, it just loops round the back here. So same for the second one, lay the whole thing out. As I keep saying, these things are a lot easier, not on camera. So there's my next thong out there, my next thong out this way. I'm going to bring it over, hang on, bring that one round and put it through here. Just put it there for a wee minute. And the same for this one, I'm bringing it, so you see, you're looking at the flesh side. So I'm just following it around so as it doesn't get a twist in it, that's all I'm doing. Right, so there's my next one. And then I'm going to fold that in the way. Yeah, so the two good bits, the two grain sides face each other. Push that through there. Again, I probably want to get the pliers on this. This is where I got to be careful. If it twists, it's a pain in the neck here. So let's hopefully it doesn't twist. So pull that through, just move my pliers down, and then just keep pulling. Hopefully the whole thing will go through. Yeah, there you go. And you can see it's going to start showing you your first one. There it is. So that's your first one. Again, you want it nice and snug. Yeah, so pull them as individuals. Not too tight where you get a bend in it. That's it. So again, we're going to separate the two of them. One out that way, one out this way. I'm going to grab this end here. I'm going to put it into the middle of this one. Just put it there for a minute, just as I grab the other one. And I'm making sure I don't get a twist in them. Yeah, there's my next one. Now, I'm going to just zoom you in just a wee bit. He says hopefully. And then down. Ooh. So again, that's that one. Taking it back out there, putting the two of them together. And I just turn it that way so you can see it, and then that goes in here. Then I'll get my pliers again through the back here and give it a little pull. That's it. The trick is to make sure you don't end up with them twists. It is a pain in the neck of the twist. They're pretty tight to get back out again. So, is that one twisted? Yeah, good stuff. There we go. I haven't made a video for ages. I've been rather busy doing some courses and stuff, and then dealing with unfortunate things. This has been my luck for the past couple of weeks. About 2-3 weeks ago, I was cutting the lawn, my petrol lawnmower, and a stone jumped up and broke my window. Well, because I live on the beach, I've got a massive window which is about 8 foot by 6 foot, and it cost £2,000 for a new window. So how's that for bad luck, eh? Followed by the following week, I just got home in my motorbike, pulled into the drive, jumped off the bike, and the bike burst into flames. Yeah. So Honda, if you're watching, I need a new motorbike. Okay, so back round there, join the two bits together. I think you're getting the idea of it here. Now, this is pretty slow because I'm doing the camera. You actually, if you're standing up doing this, just in your hands, and normally I don't do it on a board like this, I stand up with it, you'll do this fairly fast. So just pull the thing through. There's your next one coming. There we go. Oops. That looks a bit untidy. So this one here is the one that needs a wee bit extra pull, and then that kind of tidies up. But you're getting the idea of this. And there's the back of it, just to show you the back. So I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to stop the video, stop the camera, and start and finish it off camera, because you don't want to watch me for the next 10 minutes just twirling pieces of leather about and listen to my voice drone on. Because you know what happens in my videos, if I start droning on too much, I start to sing, and you don't want me singing. It's either singing or bad jokes. There we go. And there we go. So again, all the way out. Bring that one round. In it goes. Oops, hang on. Standing on a piece of leather there. Bring that one round. Join the two bits face to face. Through the hole. Right. Just make sure I've got them twisted right. I keep pulling. I've been asked a few times to show you how to do these lace reins. Again, I'm going to say normally these would all be edge stripped and stained and glue watered, made look pretty. I'd have vein lines and things on there, but I really am only trying to show you this method here. So again, this will be my last one, and then I'm going to go to the bottom off camera, and then I'll come back on and I'll show you how to finish it. I won't be off camera that long. As I say, it really doesn't take any time at all to do this. When you're standing doing it for camera, it slows you down a little bit. There we go, and pull it through. And pull it through. Nice and snug. So again, guys, all right, that's the front, that's the back. I'm going to get all the way down to the bottom here, and then I'll show you how to finish off the reins at the bottom. All right, I'll turn you off for a second. Okay guys, back again. I'm down, I've got one hole to go, and just the exact same method as we just did 2 seconds ago on the camera there. Through it comes, bring that one through here. Way too much leather here as well. Put that through there. Grab it. Just make sure I'm on camera. There we go. Okay, right, let me just zoom out here. Is that out? God, that's not a lot of zoom out, is it? Something's wrong with that. Anyway, that's your lace reins, obviously, with kink in them there. And you can see that's your lace on the good side and on the bad side, or the flesh side if you like, yeah. So what we've got is we've got these two dangly bits left, yeah, the extra. Now what some people do is, I'll show you from this side, is they'll lay them out like that and like that, and then knock them flat, chop them off and thin them through, which I'll show you in a wee second how to do that. And then what they'll do is they'll put a stitch down here and a stitch down here. So you'll have on this side here, you'll have a wee stitch there and a wee stitch there, generally 3 or 4 stitches. Another way of doing it is, again, thin the two pieces down, knock it flat, and then just put a set of stitches down the middle here. But the first thing we've got to do is we've got to shorten these things. So let's just get rid of these, and we'll leave on maybe about ½ inch or whatever, yeah? I'll show you, about an inch, sorry, I think ½ an inch from. So if I just knock that there, get my round knife, chop it straight off. That's these two, just so as you can see what I've just done. The next thing I want to do is I want to thin these through, they're way too thick and bulky. So again on there, get my round knife in, I'll probably take a bit more off this in a wee minute. So just to thin them all the way through. You don't want them too thin, you don't want them tearing obviously. And then the same for this one on this side here. Get my round knife in there. Take care not to cut the thing through, that wouldn't be fun if you've just done the whole thing and then the thing just cuts in two. Right, so I've now got two thin bits. I'm just going to lap them over like that, stick them down, then stitch them on. Right, hang on. Now I'm lazy, so I'm going to do the wee single bit down the centre here, which is from there. I only want about ½ inch on it. Now I normally do it this way, let me just see if I can see it on camera. This incidentally you would do before here, but I just wanted to show you everything in stages. Right. So don't leave it till last minute as I've just done. That's one. My tool's all rolling about here, you know. I'm just going to pop another wee one in there. One more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just show you 5 wee marks for my stitches on there. The next thing I want to do is get my glue, and this is old garbage glue here. It's not that great at all. I just put a wee dab on these things here. I just do it with my finger, it'll be easier. So one in there, one in there. Then we give it a wee minute for it to dry. So if I just pop that there for a minute, and then what we'll do is we'll stick it down at the back here as well. Just we'll stick it down there. So put a wee bit of glue on there. I only do this off camera because what you don't want to do is do it as fast as I'm doing. You've got to wait for the glue to dry. So that's going to go down there, and then what will happen is that'll stick down there like that and glue the whole thing down. As I say, I'm trying to do it fast, but I'll let the glue dry properly. And then the next thing to do is to stitch it through here. So I'm going to do all this off camera, but you can get the idea. Just glue that into place, something like that. Let me just do it. Let's see if I can get it. There's my hammer. No hammer. Can you see that now? So that's going to be glued down like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch it through there. So let me do that off camera, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the stitch on it. I'm probably going to shorten this down. It's just a wee bit too long as well. Alright guys, welcome back again. Well, for you, you probably didn't know I was away. There you go. What I've done, I'll just spin it that way around, is I put a few wee stitches in there, and that's it on the back, wee straight line. As I say, some people do 2 rows of stitching. This is a quick, easy way of doing it, single row, and I'll just show you up the other end just so as you remember the start of it, and what it does, it loops around the back here. If your leather's long enough, you don't need to do this join up here. Yeah, so let me just step back, and you can see. Now, this is a set of reins. For anybody else that's watching, it could be a belt, maybe a hell of a bigger than this for around my waist, but you can make a belt out it. You could, I suppose, a handle. You can make a dog collar out it. Talking of dog collars, I've been in here playing. Let me just show you 2 things, and then I'm going to stop boring you. When I come into the workshop, I like to come in and play. So I've been playing this sort of thing. This is a little, talking of dog collars, I'm just playing with this sort of plait, and I might do a video on it later on. As I say, it's just a wee dog collar around there, a little plait. And the other thing I was playing with is this is a raised belt, probably getting closer to my size, yeah, but it's a raised belt. I don't know if it shows up or not, but there is no filler in the middle. It's just shaving the leather down on either side, and then that gives you, but again, I might end up doing another video on that. But anyway, that's your lace reins, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully I haven't bored you too much this time. Cheers, have a good one.